It is the 2nd of December already, and if you haven't done your Christmas shopping yet, here is some good news.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yes, it is, and that means it's time to smash the piggy bank and keep up with the Joneses. Or does it? Parenting experts say while kids may want that shiny new Xbox, developmentally they're better off with a stick. OK, well, that might be a little bit harsh. Truth is, simple toys that promote imagination and get kids playing together are far better for their development. Now, we all want what's best for Junior, but as it turns out, high-tech gadgets may be crushing their creativity. So if you want the apple of your eye to be the next Picasso, maybe aim for a paint set, not a PlayStation.
For more on this, we cross to child psychologist Sally Ann McCormack. Sally Ann, what's wrong with the Xbox? The kids love them.
Yeah, well, there's nothing actually wrong with the Xbox. The problem is that it's really expensive, and families have to face, high electricity bills, gas bills, water bills. And I think that there's a lot more things out there on the market and wherever you can find them that are more educationally friendly and perhaps more prone to their imagination. They can actually be creative and use them wisely.
So why do parents feel they need to spend so much money on their kids, do you think?
Well, families want the very best for their children. They want their children to be the very best that they can be. And in addition to that, we have the peer pressure from the children as well. Their friends all have them. They want them as well. And so we need to make sure that, we don't spend as much money as they want us to necessarily. I think it's better that we actually cut back a little bit and spend more time with them rather than the money.
Sally, it's all good in theory, but if your kid wants an iPod and you give them 3 crayons and a bit of paper, there's going to be some level of disappointment. How do you handle that?
Well, I don't think it's a bad thing to disappoint them. The reality is we know that adolescents and young adults have high credit card bills. They go out and they buy their televisions on credit and they can't afford them. We need to make sure that we show them, the responsible way to use money. If we can't afford those things, then they can't have them. It really is as simple as that.
Now, Sally Ann, the tight-ass parents of Australia are high-fiving as we speak. But what are some good examples of cheap presents that we can give to our kids?
Well, apart from all the technology, so the cheaper things are things like kites or Play-Doh, stationery. The Picasso example in the beginning was a great idea. Cricket sets, anything where you can play games together perhaps, or get the children outside to play. We need to make sure that, we have family times rather than just the individual games of them sitting with their Xboxes and their technologies all by themselves. Get out there, do some group activities inside and outside. That's what we need to find.
Great advice, Sally Ann. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Pleasure.
If you give them Play-Doh, they can make models of Xbox games.
But you know what? You think she's mentioned kites, cricket sets, indoor games like Monopoly. And the common thread is pretty much always you have to have one of the parents there to be part of it. And that's fantastic. We've never stopped. We play, stupid old-fashioned games all the time. And I'm just really like to think the future has come back.